A group of 26 young people, the Prime Minister's Youth Council, paid a visit to Kahnawà on May 4th to speak to some Kahnawà counterparts. They met with about 10 Kahnawa'kehró to speak about a variety of topics and experiences. The event took place at the Kanien'kehá Onkwawén Raotitióhkwa Language and Cultural Center, and KTV was there.
Well, I was contacted by Health Canada to get together some Kahnawà youth to meet with the Prime Minister's Youth Council. So I took the opportunity to contact some youth from Kahnawà who I thought would be influential and, would have, some good dialogue this evening with the Youth Council. And basically what it is they have a direct link to the Prime Minister. They meet quarterly. And this time around they were meeting in Montreal, so they felt it would be a good opportunity to come and interface with the youth of Kahnawà, who maybe they're aware that Montreal is traditional Mohawk territory, so they extended the invitation to come here this evening. So just popping around, there are 4 groups of about 10 youth, just the conversations about what it's like growing up in Kahnawà, the challenges, the strengths of being in a tight-knit community, having our families here, what they look at in terms of youth leadership, wanting to reach for higher education, wanting to give back to the community, sharing who we are, what our culture, our identity, our language, and what reconciliation means. And I think it's a good first step because a lot of, non-Indigenous youth don't necessarily get to hear on the ground running from youth from First Nations communities about, our struggles and what it means to be Indigenous. And so I'm really happy with the participation of Kahnawà youth this evening. I think we got a pretty good representation and cross-section of the community to represent us in the best way possible.
The first national youth council ever, so that was give us this opportunity to talk and go and engage with the communities and come back with our perspective as youth, the new generation who wants the peace and all live together. I think we need more. We need more for the public, for education. We need a curriculum. We need more funding for the schools, so we can have more spaces like this here.
So when I actually sat down and understood what they wanted to talk about reconciliation and talk about how we feel about our community and how we want to better ourselves and better other communities, I felt that there's other people that want to help us out. There's people that want to hear our stories, and it makes you realize that there's people that really want to better themselves and better us at the same time. So it's great to know that there's support and that there's different opportunities to be taken. And it's the Prime Minister's group of youth adult leaders, and they're coming here to hear our stories, and it's great to know that they want to hear stuff from children, well, not children, but youth from Kahnawà.
Part of the events this evening is that they are getting a tour of the museum, so they'll get to know a little bit more about Kanien'kehá and Haudenosaunee culture. And I hope that they'll take what they learned this evening from our youth participants, not only to the Prime Minister, but to their own communities and their families about what reconciliation could look like in the future, because it's about time that the Indigenous peoples of this territory, Turtle Island, are recognized for our contributions and our existence that's still here today.
I'm doing it actually because I want to search. I'm searching for the truth. I want to know the history because I just arrived to Canada last year actually, so it's really important for me to be here now to learn and be part of this.
Everyone I've met here tonight was awesome. They were great. They explained where they were from, who they are, and why they wanted to be a part of this organization, if you will, and why they wanted to come to this community and hear stories from youth Aboriginal students and whatnot. It really makes you feel that people are interested, and ultimately it was just an overall great experience.
That gave me an opportunity to decide and be part of the decision with my advice, because I'm not gonna go and complain. I was asked. I don't have anything to regret because I've been asked. I've been involved And that actually would, for me, I would encourage every government or every council, every city that you need to hear from the youth who has the energy, who has the experience like facing this problem. You know, probably they're the most community that getting affected or giving to the community. So why we don't involve them, since they are the cornerstone, I think, in any community.
It makes me really excited for the future that youth will have a say in what will happen, that we can implement new activities, new organizations, just changes within our community and outside communities to know that we can better our future generations. And then ultimately that's what it comes down to. You know, we're always looking out for the next 7 generations, and we can start with different type of programs and activities right now to better ourselves.